So much for joining us here at noon. I'm Brooke Hash. Scenes from last night's vigil where hundreds of people gathered for a citywide moment to include the number of people, the 5 people who we lost on Friday, along with the victims who are now having to cope with that tragedy and their families. A sea of red shirts from Moms Demand Action. Faith groups and advocates were in attendance. Our Tom Lally made his way through the crowd as the city paused and reflected on Monday's tragedy.
A moment of change resonates through the city we call home. From the man who walked alongside Martin Luther King Jr.
Love do the same thing light do the darkness. If we have love for one another and treat one another right, this would not have happened.
That light shined on Louisville Wednesday as our interconnected community gathered in grief at the Ali Center.
Because the shooting came to our town today, it came to a place where I've actually spent a lot of time on the steps right there watching my husband and my daughter run road races here.
People from here at home to as far as Chicago, writing prayer cards for the victims at Old National Bank.
You know, always remember Jesus Christ is here with you guys and loves you very much.
Laura Sharps, who just moved here 2 weeks ago, is now a part of this city, home to the world's greatest heroes and greatest tragedies.
I'm a new neighbor, and I feel hit in my soul gut.
In the crowd, a banner unfurled. 4 middle school girls from St. Francis pushing for peace to prevail.
I feel like we just need to educate people more on why these things happen and why we can and how we can prevent them.
And in this time of sorrow and heartache,
I've been pastoring now 63 years. Never seen it like this.
a renewed push for resilience and change echoes through the heart of Louisville. Tom Lally, WHAS 11, on your side.
One of many gatherings happening this week. Today, the first of the visitations for one of the victims. Senior Bank Vice President Tommy Elliott's visitation at Pearson's funeral home on Breckenridge Lane is going from 2 to 7 this evening. His funeral is tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Broadway Baptist Church on Brownsboro Road. The burial will be private for just friends and family. Visitations for Dina Eckert and Josh Barrick are also tomorrow, and James Tutt's service is Sunday. Arrangements for Juliana Farmer have not been announced. Well, some hopeful news out of U of L Hospital. Another patient hurt in that shooting on Monday was released just yesterday, leaving only 2 people remaining there. Officer Nicholas Wilt is one of them. He is still critical after being shot in the head, while the other patient is in fair condition. Dr. Jason Smith noted the good news, but spoke again about how impactful the losses have been.
Focus on our failures, and it may or may not be a failure, but it feels like that when you lose someone. And from our standpoint, what we have to do is focus on the people we were able to save, and there were a lot of them.
Dr. Smith continued the push for change to curb gun violence. He told us he's received calls from EMS personnel across the country who share his plea, begging our policymakers to act.
333 East Main Street. We have an active shooter. He's an employee of Old National Bank. Get here now.
For the first time, we are hearing the frantic calls for help during Monday's shooting. It came from inside the building and a number of other areas as well. Our Shay McAllister sharing those dramatic moments, but we do want to warn you the audio is graphic.
What's the address to Western Point? Oh my God, there's an active shooter there. Oh my God.
The first call for help didn't come from Old National Bank in downtown Louisville. Instead, it was a board member on a Zoom meeting across town on Brownsboro Road. She was watching it all unfold right through her computer screen.
And how do you know you have an active shooter on the site?
I just watched it.
How'd you watch? You watched it on
meetings.
On a Teams meeting?
Yes, we were having a board meeting.
Video board meeting?
Yes.
The dispatcher tells her she is the first caller and asks her again, what did you see? Through tears, she describes the gunshots. She says she watched the shooter walk into the conference room and open fire.
I just saw it was a white man, dark hair.
Okay. What about clothing?
Khakis on. I think he had khakis on, maybe he had a rifle, gun.
And then another call into Metro Safe.
Operator Frost, where's your emergency?
This one from inside the bank.
I'm in the closet with one person. Yeah, I hear gunshots.
A brave caller talking in a hushed tone from inside a closet in the bank. She identifies the gunman as someone they recognize.
How do you know the person? He works with us.
More calls from inside the building, and then a dental office right across the street.
People have been shot.
And then, once police are already on the way, a shaky voice dials 911.
My son might be because he has a gun and he's heading toward the Old National at on Main Street here in Louisville.
Main Street, Old National?
Yes, and this is his mother. I'm so sorry. I'm getting details secondhand. I'm running to it now. Oh, my Lord.
Connor Sturgeon's mother was on the line.
We don't even own guns. I don't know where he would have gotten a gun.
Okay, so where did you get this information from? Who told you what's going on?
His roommate called me. His roommate's very concerned.
She says it was Connor's roommate that called her, worried. Then she starts packing up her things to head to the bank. The dispatcher tells her not to go. It's already an active scene.
Please, he's non-violent. He's never done anything. Please.
Okay, and you don't believe he owns guns?
I know he doesn't own any guns.
She didn't know he had purchased one only days earlier. And by the time of her phone call, multiple people had been shot. Shay McAllister, WHAS 11 News, on your side.
The Sturgeon family says they have many unanswered questions and will continue to cooperate with the investigation.